name is Katie Backus. I'm a student physical therapist at the University of Cincinnati. Is it okay if I work with you today? Okay, before we get started, I just need to verify your name and date of birth. Are you Eric Backus?
Mm-hmm.
Birthday is March 4th, 1995. All right, so what we're going to be doing today is trying to get you sitting up and moving a little bit. We want to get that arm straightened out as much as possible and work on that strength so we can get you walking again. Some of the main things before we get started is just a little bit of education. So I just want to let you know you did have a stroke on that left side of your brain, which is going to affect the right side of your body. So that's why your hand is kind of bunched up here. We're going to help try to get that worked out. And also with the stroke that you had, it's common that you might have a little bit of visual problems on that right side. So just as we go through some of these techniques, I'm going to encourage you to kind of move that head a lot, move those eyes, and just kind of scan the area so that you're getting an idea of the whole side, that right side of your body, okay? So that it's used as much as possible. And also, as you're lying here, it's important that we try to position you best as possible. So I brought some pillows here, and we just want to work on trying to keep that arm propped up. That way, we can get some. That way, if there is any swelling, we can get it worked out. We also don't want you, as you're laying in bed, to develop any sort of pressure sore. So it's important to kind of keep some pillows underneath those knees. So I'm going to go ahead and lift this up, and just to keep you a little bit more comfortable. But our goal today is to kind of get you up and moving, if that's all right with you. All right, Eric, so what we're going to do next is we're going to try to get you bridging. We need to get some strength back in those legs. So you look a little anxious here, okay? Are you nervous about moving around a little? All right, so before we get started, why don't we just do some deep breathing? So what we're going to do next is some bridging. So I'm going to go ahead and take this pillow out. And what we're going to do is we're going to be starting with this left side first. So I'm going to be bending up this leg. And then do you mind if I get up on the table here with you? All right, and we're just going to be doing a bridge. And what I want you to do with that is just kind of lifting these hips up off the table. That's perfect. And then right back down. I got the hang of it on that side, so we're going to go ahead and give it a try with your right side now. So I'm going to be coming up here. Good. And let me kind of block this leg so it doesn't flop back down. And I just want you to do as much as you can, and I'll help with the rest. So on a count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go ahead and lift that bottom up. Good. And back down. All right, Eric, whenever you're ready, we're going to go ahead and put those two steps together. We're going to do a full bridge. So you're just going to feel my hands here kind of on the front of your hips. I'm going to be just doing a light pressure down, and that's going to cue you to lift those hips up from the table, okay? So go ahead, I'm going to press down. Go ahead and lift up. Lift up. Okay, keep coming with this right side. Keep coming all the way up. Keep coming. All right, keep coming with this right side. Good. And then slowly back down. Slow, slow, slow. Let me control you back down. Awesome. Good. And we'll do the same thing. I'm going to keep blocking this leg. So you're going to feel a quick push and bring those hips up, 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 all the way on this one. Good. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Awesome. And slowly control it back down. Good. And go ahead and relax. All right. So what we're going to do next is try to get you lying on your side. That way we can get you one step closer to sitting up and walking. So for this one, we're going to show you how to move that scapula and your pelvis, so kind of the shoulder blade muscle and your hips, to get you rolled over into that sideline position so that we can get you sitting up. So I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to teach you first at the shoulder and then at the hips a certain position, a movement that can fire those muscles to help you get into that rolling position, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to be moving that scapula in an anterior elevation. And so what that position looks like, I'm just going to come up over here if you don't mind, is an up and forward position just like this, okay? Understand how that feels? All right, can you try to help me do that motion next? Good. All right, and can I see it all on your own now? Good, and keep coming all the way. That's perfect. Good, and then slowly back down. So what we're going to do next is you're going to feel me giving that quick stretch, that quick jost like I did on your hips when we were bridging, and then I want you to move against my resistance to bring that shoulder blade up and forward towards me, okay? So you're going to just feel me press real quick, bring that shoulder blade up, 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 keep coming, all the way, all the way, all the way. Perfect, and then slowly we're going to take it back down. That was perfect. All right, so now I'm going to... All right, so real quick before we put the two together, can you show me that movement on your shoulder again? Perfect. Okay, so this time you're going to feel both of my hands, one on each, and you're going to feel that quick stretch. And at the same time, I want you to fire those muscles so that we can get you turning, okay? All right, so 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and keep coming with the shoulder. Both. All right, keep coming down here. Keep coming. Good. And relax. All right, so that one is a little bit harder. We're going to keep practicing though. And I'm not going to let you fall off here, okay? So keep coming until we get you rolled over. So you're going to feel on the count of 3, quick stretch. Good. Keep coming with the shoulder. Keep coming. Good. Keep coming. Awesome. And then just finish off with the hips. Awesome. And relax. All right, let's work to get you sitting up. So what I need you to do for me is, can you try to use this left leg to swing your right leg off the side of the table? I can help you if you need. Good. All right, and then what we're going to do next is I'm going to just place this arm here. We're going to try to use it as much as we can, but I understand if you can't put a lot of force through it. So what I do want you to do is try to put your weight through this left shoulder and left elbow, and on the count of 3, we're going to get you sitting up. I'm going to just put my hand kind of under here in case we need the help, but I want you to do as much work as possible, okay? So when on the count of 3, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and we're going to push through this left arm to get you sitting up, okay? So ready? 1, 2, 3, up. Good, keep pushing, and good. All right, so what we're going to do now is try to get you sitting upright a little bit. So you're just going to feel my leg behind you. Is that okay? And I'm up here. And I'm just going to be cueing you kind of with the back of my knee a little bit to get you sitting up nice and tall, okay? So let me get my foot in position here. Good. And then I'm going to just put my hands on the front of your chest, and we're just going to get you sitting up nice and tall. Good. And go ahead, we're going to hold this and relax. So it can be a little tiring, but this is the position. When I say I want good position, I want you to remember what this one feels like. So you're just feeling me kind of getting you sitting up nice and tall, and you're pulling those shoulders back. Good. I'm going to take my hand away. Can you try to hold this position? All right, Eric. Awesome. So what we're going to do next is try to get that fist opened up a little bit. So we need it open nice and wide. That way we can do functional things like grabbing onto a water bottle, eating, things like that. So it's going to be a slow process, but we're going to slowly just try to get those fingers opened up. First thing I want you to do is remember sitting up nice and tall. I want you to do that, and then slowly we're going to shift that weight over onto this right side. That's going to help the process a little bit. Slowly you're just going to feel me working kind of from your shoulder down towards your fingers. Loosen everything up, okay? Good. Sit up nice and tall for me. Very good. All right, let's turn this hand. Okay, what we're going to do next is I'm going to be kind of just prying that fist open just a little bit, and then quickly just kind of drop it down onto my thigh. All right. And I'm just going to hold this down, and then slowly we're just going to go through one finger at a time, kind of pulling it out a little bit and rotating it to get it to straighten up. So what we're going to do next is try to work those muscles of your arms a little bit more. So we're going to be doing a PNF pattern. It's called a chop and a lift. So we're going to be taking your hands down on your hip here and then coming up and across the other shoulder. So it kind of is going to get a little bit of trunk rotation and also get all those muscles of your arms moving, okay? So first I'm going to show you what it looks like. So we're going to come over here, and then we're going to come up and good. Awesome. And then straight back down, kind of like you were chopping some wood. So go ahead and lift. And you're doing a great job following with your head and eyes. It's exactly what we want. Can you sit up nice and straight for me, though? Awesome. Okay, so can you go ahead and can you show that to me on your own? All the way up, following it with those eyes, and back down. Good. You did awesome with that ball. We're going to go ahead and try to get your hands off the ball and onto the table because like I mentioned earlier, we really want to try to get some weight through those arms. That way I can kind of get those muscles firing like we want. So go ahead and why don't you take that left hand off, I have your other hand, and set it on the table next to you. And we're going to do the same thing with this right hand. So I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to, good. And then we'll just scoot it back a little. So I want you to get sitting up nice and straight again. Good. Spread this arm out. And what we're going to do is we're just going to shift that weight side to side, okay? Make sure you really put as much weight down through those hands as possible, okay? If we need to move this one out a little bit more, we can. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with this right side. So go ahead and we're just going to shift weight, awesome, through that arm. So I'm going to come over here because your arm's buckling a little and we don't want that. So I'm going to come here to block that elbow. And we're just going to shift weight down onto this one and then over onto the left one. Good. And back over. All right. Next thing we're going to do is get you in this wheelchair. So I'm going to go ahead and get you all set up. We'll make sure the brakes are on. All right, we're going to go ahead and slide this foot back just a little bit. Can you take this foot back to match it? Perfect. What I need you to do is just shift your weight over onto this left side for me. Good, and we're going to slide this kind of underneath your bottom. That's perfect. So what we're going to do now is use as much weight as you can through all of your arms and legs, but you might primarily have to be using this left side. I'm going to be right here guarding in case anything happens, but what we're going to do is just kind of slide your bottom across until you're into the wheelchair. So if you're able to push through those heels as much as possible, but like I said, I'm here to help, but I want you to do as much work, okay? So go ahead, count of 3, I just want you to push, good. And go ahead, and can we reach this arm over? And keep coming, perfect. And go ahead and sit back and we'll get this out. All right, Eric, so what we're gonna do now is try to get you balancing on one leg. I know that sounds a little funny, but we need to get that strength back in your hips and buttocks so that we can get you back to normal walking. So what I need you to do is go ahead and let's take all of your weight onto this left leg. Keep that nice and straight and as much weight through your arms as possible. I'm going to go ahead and now that the weight is all off this leg, I'm going to pick it up and kind of straddle it between my legs, okay? So go ahead, good. All right, and so we're going to go ahead next and let this pelvis kind of drop down and back. And like we did earlier in the bed, you're going to feel me doing a quick kind of stretch, and then I want you to pull that pelvis up and forward, just like that, okay? All right, so do you remember now how we did that? Okay, so go ahead, quick stretch, up, 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 up. Good, and slowly back down. Slowly control it on the way back down. Good, so you're going to feel quick stretch, up, 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 up. Awesome, and control it down. Good. So we did awesome with that single leg balance. Now we're going to try to put it all together and get you back to walking, okay? So what we're going to do is just take it piece by piece, the movements of walking, and then at the end we'll put it all together, okay? So the first thing I need to do is we're going to shift all the weight onto this right leg, and I'm blocking it, so don't worry. What I want you to do is can you bend this left leg, the knee? Good, and then just straighten it back up. That's perfect. We're going to go ahead, shift that weight onto the left leg, and then we're going to bend this right knee. So I'm just going to kind of let it fall down just a little bit, and then we're going to just straighten it all the way back up. Awesome. So one last thing that we're going to do is take a full step. So this time we're going to repeat what we just did on this leg and take a full step with this left leg. So we'll let this knee bend, this right knee bend, take it forward. Good. Straighten it up. Perfect. Let's take that weight all the way towards me, up and forward, and go ahead and just take a full step with this left leg. Awesome.